Hey everyone, so about to kick off the stream. Just going to be playing some casual Crucible today. So first up, let's have a bit of a look at the deck I'm going to be using. I'm going to be looking to use the Advisor that Delights Queens. It's a COTA deck I pulled recently. Quite interesting, fairly high SAS, Dis, Logos, Sanctum. You can see it's a fairly quick deck, 19 speed. Keen to try it out. Looks like it's got a good Dis suite. Got some interesting cards in Logos, including Library Access, which is always fun, Phase Shift, a few other interesting ones. In Sanctum, Doorstep, good bit of Amber control when you need it, a couple of Frankuses, so quite a bit of capture in the suite there as well. So that's the deck we're going to be using. I'm going to pop into the Crucible and get things underway. Okay, so we're in, just waiting for someone to join, and then we'll get underway. So like I was saying in the analysis, quite an interesting deck. All three houses looking pretty strong, look like they can put some work in. So kind of keen to see how it performs in the real world. Okay, so looks like we're going to be going first. Interesting, probably not the best. Looks like I'll probably mulligan that, to be honest. Okay, still not ideal. I think I'll probably kick off with Mother. A bit disappointing to get Arise and Control the Weak so early. Get Mother out into play, get the extra card, see what our opponent's running. So it looks like they're also running Coated Dis, Shadows Untamed, pretty classic. They've got a Gateway to Dis, Control the Weak, a couple of Charettes, a couple of Ember Imps, double Nerve Blast, double Seeker Needle. Nothing too scary in Shadows, Untamed, double Full Moon. Okay, interesting. Looks like a good deck. So they gatewayed my Mother, which is an interesting move. Yeah, getting all the good cards. Doorstep, Control the Weak, Arise. Really don't want them so early. Probably going to put in another Logos turn. Get my other Mother out. So glad that that came into play. Play Neurosiphon just for the Amber, a bit of a shame that they didn't generate anything that I could take, and pass the turn. Okay, now we're talking. Double Shaffles is pretty nasty. It's pretty good to get it out into play once they're closing in on a key, but two of them very difficult to deal with. Okay, so Flaxia out in play. They didn't really get much from it. What's going to be best here? I think I'll save the Dis and get my Sanctum out. Basically, if I can get a decent presence on the board with any of my houses, then this really ticks along. Have to play the Doorstep just for the Amber, bit of a shame. and put Lady Maxine into play. Stun their Flaxia and pass the turn, so try and build up a bit of a dish suite here. Okay, not bad. They're going dish as well, control the weak. Okay, I have to use Logos. Okay, so they paid 3 to put Troubadour into play. To be my favourite turn with Logos not much in hand. I'll just reap and pass my turn. So they've got Toxin, Ember Imp, Troubadour. It's taken out my Lady Maxina. Interesting. I think I might have to go Sanctum and save my dis for the next round. If I put Staunch Knight into play and use Inspiration, I can take out the Troubadour, and then capture 1 to keep him off check with my Francus. Okay, let's go that route. So Staunch Knight into play. On a flank. Inspiration. Ready him, he's got +2 power on the flank. Fight with him into Troubadour. Then fight with Francus into Toxin. Capture 1, take him back off check. Leave him with a pretty strong hand. Not much else I can do this turn, but not too bad. Okay, and there's got a Dust Imp as well, so big suite of Dis, Guardian Demon, so I can heal up Francus and do some spot damage. So pretty nasty. Now what's he got? Booby Trap. Okay. Nerve Blast. Takes out the Staunch Knight. Umbra. So he's on 7. So good news is Shaffles will get him off check. Should be able to heal Mother for 2. Yep, keep that Mother in play. So definitely going Dis this turn. Let's get the Shaffles down. Guardian Demon, right. I'll heal Mother for 2. I mean, Guardian Demon, really a very handy card. Means I can take out that Umbra through the elusive, means that I can keep some of these bigger creatures in play. Get down the... Oh no. No, I misread. That's the Ember Imp. Now I'm in big trouble. That is a bad misplay. That's a bad misplay. I should have seen that there was an Ember Imp, thought it was a Dust Imp. So that's a big misplay. So I don't take him off check, and I'm really struggling now. That was a bad play. So I was definitely looking to force him into a Shadows turn next go, and I'd have cleared out my hand. So pretty frustrating, because I could have used the Guardian Demon spot damage to take out the Ember Imp if I'd thought it through. So Full Moon, Niflhope, yep. Way of the Bear, Assault 2, Flaxseer takes out Mother. Okay, so put myself at a pretty big disadvantage here. Go this, Reap with Guardian Demon, heal Frankus for 2, take out the Ember Imp. So that's pretty handy. Get my next Shaffles down into play. Dust Imp. Reap with the Shaffles. He's probably going to be taking them down next go. Might control the weak. And make him pick Shadows. Don't really want him to put Untamed into play. Puts me on 5, not quite on check, so let's see how we go. Okay, so we just got the prompt there because of the Shaffles taking out his Ember. So it puts me a bit closer to him. Interesting, this deck's got an Oath of Poverty, which Chaos Portal, Library of Babel, yeah, not too bad, but nothing special. So can be interesting to get him into play. Oath of Poverty then gets you, 4 Ember just from the artifacts, which can pretty much into a key towards the end of the game. Let's see how it goes. If he takes out, lost my Arise. If he takes out my if he takes out these guys, then right, what shall I go with? I think it's probably going to be a case of dis and try and reap for victory. Definitely want to get rid of that Umbra. So I'll probably do that with the Dust Imp. Get the 2 Amber from that. I don't think he had anything particularly big in terms of steel, so I'm pretty safe to just burst. I definitely want to take out the Umbra. I mean, my other option is just to fight it with the Guardian Demon. Maybe I'll do that, save the Dust Imp for another go, because I'll definitely be in check. So let's do some of this reaping first. Reap with Shaffles. Reap with Shaffles. Fight into the Umbra. Then heal Guardian Demon for 2. Put it onto the Niflheim. And then I'll just reap with this Dust Imp. And that's all I can do, but it's still a pretty good turn. Puts me on 8, well in check, and the Shaffles keeping him on no Amber. So as long as he can't get me off check, I've definitely managed to catch up after that early misplay. So it gets Niflheim into Guardian Demon. So unfortunately that finishes off the Guardian Demon because the Assault Bigwig can only fight stunned creatures. So I'll get my first key. So Reap, he can stun someone. Tricky, what's in my drawer? Quite a bit of this in my drawer. I mean, it's tempting to go with Library of Babel. Yeah, I can stun. I can use Blinding Light to stun with my phase shift. So I think it might be time to just use the library access and see how I go. So let's go Logos. Use the Library of Babel. Okay, get the library access down. get the chaos portal down. Like I say, this setting up for a bit of an oath of poverty later. Great, that's good. Don't really want to play it right now because I'm keeping him pretty low. Let's get Doc Bookton into play. Get it onto the right flank. Yeah, definitely think I'm probably going to want to phase shift into blinding light. Look, if I play Effervescent Principle, he's not going to get anything. I'll phase shift blinding light and stun his Untamed. Choose a house, Untamed. No damage to me, gets me lab work, which is handy, so I might actually pop that Effervescent Principle into my archives. Gets it out of the way. Could come in handy later, particularly after I forged the key. So it leaves me on 4, which doesn't help too much. Not much else I can do though, and I'm still going to take him down to 0 unless he can deal with these Shaffles. Okay, and a couple of Shulas in there, so even if he gets a big burst up, then I should be able to steal some of it. Fish, rat. Okay. So charette. He's left on 0. Yeah, interesting. This might be interesting just to get a couple of extra armor on these guys. Just trying to think what the best play is going to be. Probably get the 2 Shulas down actually, which means I can threaten his Shreds. And reap for 3. Nope, don't want my archives. So reap. 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 Play the Shulas. Don't really get much use out of their ability, but just getting a couple of 5 creatures on the board and extra this on the board is going to be pretty strong. So I'm back on 3. I'll be getting rid of a fair game. Let me just see actually, what have I got to come? It's not really worth the risk. There's sort of pretty much an even chance that he'd get 3 amber out of this, which not too keen on, although having said that, he'd lose 2 of it straight away, so might be worth the risk. Yep, so he gains 3. I got 1. but then I'm going to double Shaffles him back down. So not too big a risk, even though it didn't work out brilliantly, and yet another Shula Toxin have come up, so I'm pretty happy with that. So what's he going to go? He's got one Ember. Those Shaffles are really keeping him in check. Surely he's got to go after them, because unless he gets rid of them, he's in big trouble. Right, so he's going Shadow, so I'm going to lose a card from Subtle Maul. Speed Schedule, okay, Seeker Needle. Interesting. Gets the Spymaster in. Let's use Bigwig to Reap, which will stun someone. Okay, stuns a Shula. Steals one, leaves me on 3. Yeah, options. I'd definitely like to take out that Charette. That's probably the cheapest way to get my Amber. Toxin will go in ready. Niflhope stacked up. I think I'm still going to go Dis, even though that Shula's stunned. Let's get him unstunned. Oh, he's exhausted. So, yeah, frustrating. Let me try and take out one of these Charettes. So it puts me on 6. Probably Reap for 2. Reap. Get Toxin into play, should come in ready. Reap again. Gets me to 9. And he discards a Nerve Blast, so that's pretty handy. Because he would have been stealing. Okay, looks like I've kept most people safe. Probably going to draw. Interesting, could do with drawing those 2. Sanctum, let's see how we go. End the turn. So what's he going to do? He's gone 4 Amber. Still got one of my Shaffles in play. He's going untamed. Probably means that that Shaffles is dead. Oh, Dew Fairy. Okay. Yep. gets him in check. Unstuns the Nifl Ape, reaps, takes out the Shula again. Oh no, Toxin. So definitely causing me a few problems here. Lost in the woods. So I'm going to lose a couple of my creatures. Interesting to see who he puts back. Plus he's going to have to put 2 of his guys back. So he puts Dew, Fairy and Nifl Ape back. And I've lost Shaffles and okay, interesting. So I forge my second key. He's on 8. I'm going to struggle to take him off check, but I certainly, actually I can get Frankuses to capture 2, and I can bring this Frankus into play ready. So I think I'll definitely go Sanctum. I'll be looking to take hostages. That will let me capture 1, so the Frankuses will actually capture 2 each, which will be enough to take them off check. I think I'll get that. Don't want to get the Grey Monk into play yet. I want my Frankus to come in ready, so I'll play him first. Use the speed sigil to my advantage, then get the Grey Monk in. Give us the extra armor. Which makes that pretty nasty, and then a Raiding Knight. So then I can take down this Charette, fight with this Frankus. I actually think I'll probably fight him into the Spy Master. I just really want him to capture 2. And then I can use Frankus. Has to destroy. I use this guy though to fight into the Charette, which has the added benefit of capturing 2, takes him off check, and puts me in a strong position. 5 Ember, just off my last key. So definitely looking at my hand, got enough Ember in hand. Scrambler Storm, Fogify, pretty nasty. No action cards, no ability to steal, no creatures can fight, so that could be a good play. Either that, Shield of Justice, can't be dealt damage, so I can take out some of his creatures, get that big wig out. Big twig. G-Ferry coming down. So he reaps, stuns one of my Frankuses. Not a surprise. Puts him on 7 Amber. Right, so what are my options here? Frankus can capture 1. Either I can put Shula down to steal 1, reap for 1 and clear 2. I think I should be able to just force the issue. I can afford to let him get a key as long as he doesn't get away with anything. So I'm going to draw another Shaffles, so I know that's going to be in there for the next turn. I think I'm probably going to go Logos just to try and force the win on the next turn. Get Doc Bookton down. Do I want to effervescent principle him? I'll lose half, rounding down, so I'll lose 2, so that'll put me on 3. I can get back up into check. He'll lose 3, so he'll struggle, so I might actually take it and play it. Play effervescent principle, puts me on 3. Put Doc Bookton into play. So I'm on 3. Doc Bookton can reap for 1, drawing a card. Thanks to the Speed Sigil. Speed Sigil that he's played actually has really helped me out, probably more so than him, because I know Scrambler Storm's going to get me 1 amber. Fogify another, so he can't fight me, he can't play action cards. Really all he can do is reap. I should have played this before. Should have played this before when I knew exactly what was in my draw file. I'll draw an extra card just in case. Control the weak, handy. Oh, Chaos Portal, should have done this when I knew what my last card was. This is just going to be a bit of a gamble. Probably going to go with Sanctum. Good guess. Lady Maxina. Put it in on the right. And probably stun that big twig. In my turn, I'm on check. He's under a huge amount of pressure on 4. Can't really see how he's going to get out of it, to be honest. Yeah, let's see what they've got. They don't really have a huge amount of steel. Might be some stuff in shadows that can take 1 off me. But they're still only on 1 key. I've got them down to 4 amber. I've still got the ability with the Frankuses to capture. Or I can use Shula, put Shaffles in play, control the weak. So I think I can do some damage. Okay, so he's going Dis. Just see what he's got in Dis. Maybe the Charrette's coming around, or the Gateway. With my Dust Imp, Gateway's going to earn me 2 amber, so I'm not too worried about him clearing the decks. He might try and control the weak, force me into a particular hand, but again, I'm pretty much on check. So he puts down the Ember Imp, 2 Ember Imps. So I can only play 2 cards. No, that's it. He had nothing. So GG, good game. He's left. So yeah, pretty solid game there. And yeah, looking at the deck again, you know, pretty happy with how it performed, got to say. Looking at the stats again, yeah, got through the cards pretty quick, got through my deck. The Dis did a lot of damage. Having those Shaffles out in play, 2 Shaffles really just, he was on pretty much 0 amber for a few turns, so really impressed with that. So yeah, happy with how it all went. So I think that's probably everything. Just going to finish up there. It's been a good game. Happy with the deck, certainly going to try that again. So thanks very much if you've joined me. I hope you enjoyed the stream.